This is your Solana Daily Debrief. It's the 29th of May. Firstly, I did this poll because there were very few, but there were some people saying that I should change up the format. So one thing is always just let me know in the comments, and when I start to see some sort of trend, I'll put out another poll just so I can provide the most amount of value. One thing is I do want it to be quite concise, so I'll always try my best to make this like 15 minutes or less so you can speed run through your daily news and hopefully save you a few hours of research. So basically I just asked, should I remove the pricing action? In other words, what traders think? Will the price go up? Will it go down? Their predictions. Not my analysis, just good traders' analysis, different viewpoints so you can see and form your own opinion. Pretty much everyone just says, just keep it the same. So 150 votes, the majority are like this. There is still a few people that don't want this at all. So what we can do is we can have timestamps and you can just skip that section and I'll just remind you for a couple of days and then you can just skip it if you don't want to hear about it. And then also, of course, people want more airdrop videos and I'll work on them next week. Every now and then you get someone like this, James, and that's fine. If you're not finding any value, then all good. Entirely up to you. But thanks for watching. Now, a big reason why I actually cover all the price analysis is not because I think it's going to go one way or the other. I think in general, the bull market's going to go a lot higher. I made that kind of idea very well known. And I know from experience that when things go down, you can get into your mind that things are just over. You think that it's all over and we're back into a bear market and it gets scary. So sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of news from people that have been around for quite some time to show that it's not over. This is just normal action. As an example, a couple of weeks ago, I covered something from Coinbase where I showed that the price can go back 20%, it can drop 40%, and it can do this like 5 or more times, big drops in a cycle and then still reach significantly new all-time highs. Anyway, Mag thinks that we're not going for 50K or lower. He thinks things are consolidating and then there's upside potential. The actual prices right now are fairly stable. There's just what I would class as chop. And if we go to 24 hours, we're still seeing when it comes to meme coins, they're doing the best. And as an example, BONK is doing pretty well. It's almost at its all-time high. It's like 10% off that, just under 10% off. And I think it has a lot more room to go. For those new to the channel, how it basically works is you have Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then you've got other things like Solana. They will gain a decent amount of value, and then a lot of that value will rotate into altcoins. Now, if you're new to crypto, we could probably do a video on this, but essentially how it works is Bitcoin normally goes up, Ethereum goes up, the bigger layer 1 tokens like Solana will go up, and then some value will go into altcoins. Some people class Ethereum and Solana as an altcoin as well, and that's completely fine. But what we're referring to normally is a lower market cap token. So maybe something like Kamino or Dupe, they will start to get more gains, and then the actual base network layer, the Solana token, the Ethereum token, etc., they will not rise as much. When that happens, it's called alt season and things just go up crazy and everyone thinks they're a genius. And that's a time to prepare for because that's the most exciting time. This is a joke post from Trader Cos. Sometimes you're not going to notice it immediately, and then you actually have to go and look at a second post because it's actually not obvious. Essentially, this is a joke saying there's going to be chop, meaning up, down, up, down, up, down. Now, I actually think there's going to be chop for a little bit longer. However, you don't know until things actually start to go one way or the other. But as he says this is a joke, his assumption is it's going to go up soon. With a portfolio that's a little bit low risk, maybe something like this would appeal to you. But Bitcoin, ETH, Sol, and the meme tokens. The meme tokens are doing very well. You don't put a whole lot of money in here, not generally, not financial advice, but there is a lot of upside here. Now, just quickly, UpRock will be launching tomorrow with Jupiter. There's a decent amount of information I need to cover with this. So it's just a normal LFG launch. If you want to learn more about all this, just check out the other video, it'll be linked above. Personally, very bullish on UpRock. I think long-term, it's going to do very well. Not financial advice. Watch the other video for more information. Now, more news. Kamino Multiplier users now have access to net APY breakdown. So essentially, if you want to use this with, say, MSOL, GTOSOL, BSOL, you can actually be earning over 20% on your staked SOL. There's more risk, of course. And so personally, I never leverage anywhere up to this. This is leveraging basically maximum, but you could still probably comfortably earn like 15% if you wanted to. Now, some airdrop news. I know people want individual videos on airdrop potential things, so I will start to cover them from next week. Sorry, this last month has just been way too busy, but Jussie has some here. Have a look at the thread, try them all out if you're keen. Symmetry, Marinade, SwitchBoard, use Lulo, Volt, Uni Ultra, UpRock, Lingo coins, and go from there. Also, Noon has some other things for undervalued, early, things that even maybe don't have tokens. There's Clone, Sandglass, Texture, Ranger Finance, Sol Layer, and some will be successful and some won't. But sometimes it's just about getting into as many dApps as you can, and hopefully you get rewarded as an early user. Just keep me up to date with Greed. So Voshi created Greed. It was, I think everyone knows it was a trick. There was no meme coin. Instead, your SOL was locked up. Essentially, if you're willing to say locked until September 20th, you are going to share the Greed Incentive Fund, currently worth over $100,000. So you're more than welcome to do so. Otherwise, there will be a full tutorial on how you can make a proposal to unlock your stake account on this page. And it'll be a very simple process. And he will tweet this when it's ready, and then we can cover it for anyone that actually wants to unlock. We have some news from SwitchBoard. They announced a strategic raise of $7.5 million. This is an oracle similar to Pith. They've got plenty of participation and they've been doing very, very well. And it's an oracle. If you want to farm SwitchBoard, if you've got time, you can go and farm some orbs. But probably another option is to use partner protocols. I like RainFi, Kamino Finance, there's MarginFi there, Symmetry, all domains. Well, you can see them all here as well. And it's not listed here, but I'm pretty sure that Sanctum in their own LSTs actually uses this as well. It uses the SwitchBoard oracle. If you're going to consensus, then the only nom will be speaking on the panel and BONK is co-sponsoring this. So you may want to click the link and head along there as well. Here's some more Hopian on BONK. Says it's broke its all-time high. Hasn't quite, but it's almost there. But this is a good blurb of basically all the good things that BONK is doing. And people have asked, why am I excited for BONK? These are just some of the things. You know, one of 3 meme coins listed on Coinbase. It's on the Revolut app. It's deflationary, etc. We have some breaking news when it cocomes to Pump Fund and an MEV bot basically front-running and murdering charts. Apparently this address is making a whole lot of money, but don't worry. If you're going to be degenning into this sort of stuff, all you need to do is just turn on MEV Secure. You'll pay a little bit more, but then you will not be front-run. I'll get out a tutorial on BonkBot hopefully next week. And if you actually use this, you'll end up doing quite well. Lulo Finance. This is a really, really cool dApp where you put in your USDC. I've covered it quite a few times. And in the past, you've qualified for rewards, such as from Kamino and Drift as well. It is Solana's only lending aggregator and can be thought of as a nice savings account. Their branding's really cool. I really do like it. They are tokenless. Who knows, they may have a token in the future, but aside from that, it's a valuable dApp. I've got a review on it. It's called FlexLend because that was initially what it was called, but I do encourage you to use Lulo, not financial advice, of course. Photofinish's game with their superfactor is back. You can win 10K if your numbers match. The odds of this happening is very, very slim. However, the actual cost to mint one of these would be like less than $1. It's done on the Base network. So you just go and connect your Coinbase wallet with a little bit of ETH and you can go and mint this. Maybe you get lucky, maybe you get $10,000 worth of crown. Also, I've personally never actually played anything in Photofinish, but you've got 24 hours left to register for the rookie rally. And this is your chance to claim a spot in a free entry race with real money on the line. So this might be something you're keen on. Now we've got some degen meme news and I am a little bit late, but I'm just going to give you a little bit of context to keep you up to date. So don't disappoint your mother. This is a token address, Iggy Azalea. This is a famous musician. I'm sure you have heard of her. And we have this little context down here. Essentially, a known scammer, Sahil, has been running pump and dump scams using celebrity profiles. There's plenty of information on this. Down here, Iggy says, don't believe this, and saying that Sahil has nothing to do with this. Have no idea if it's true or false. Trader Cos says Iggy actually understands this, that she properly understands Solana or at least the value of crypto. And this is kind of crazy and probably worth me actually following Iggy now, maybe even with notifications on, just to see what comes of it. But Phantom has even tweeted this as well. Don't disappoint your mother. Now, of course, some people have already done really, really well. Like this person, $861, bam, turned into $500,000 and still has more just sitting there at 148K. So if you want to buy this, this is what you basically have to do. So you go to Bird Eye, generally, then you just type in mother. You can paste in the contract address, but you can generally work it out based on volume. So it's on the Solana blockchain, which is obvious. We can click this, or we can just see the Solana icon here. Click here, and we can see very, very obviously that it's gone up like crazy, and then it's come crashing down. So like maybe something like that. It was pretty decent. However, it started off even lower. Now, right now we can see it has a fully diluted market cap of 20 million, and it doesn't have a crazy number of holders. So the risk is you're highly likely going to lose whatever you put in here. It's going to go down in value. However, you do have the option, of course, to buy this if you want, and maybe it goes up. So we've got a couple of options. We can just go and copy this address right here. We know it's correct. We can also see it's the same address as this one. And then we can just go to dupe, because we always go to dupe. Come to dupe, go and connect our wallet, and we've got a little bit of USDC here. So let's just go and paste in this token address, and it's Mother Iggy. We're going to have this pop up, agree and confirm, and then we can do it a few ways. We can just go and buy it like this. We'll swap If you were buying a huge amount, this is quite strange. I haven't seen this before. This here could mean that this is actually not going to get approved. Maybe because someone's already trying to MEV attack me. The transaction didn't go through. Let's try this again. It looks like it's going to be rejected again. We'll try again. If it doesn't go through, what you can do is just actually change the slippage. Okay, so now we have some mother tokens. We're still seeing issues in terms of the price. But what we could do if we wanted to is we could go on limit order and we could go and sell some of these mother tokens. We can go and sell to USDC. And if we were to sell them all right now, we're going to get the same price here. So maybe you want to just try and gain some profit if it actually goes up. As I said, we could definitely lose this. This is not financial advice. I'm just trying to show you how you could do something. So if it doubles in price, our $9 worth of tokens would turn into $20. We're just setting this limit order. Sometimes if it goes up there, it will actually be hit with Jupiter's system. Sometimes it won't. This is unfortunately the best system we have at the moment for doing this sort of stuff on chain. Then we'll go and set up another one. Maybe we do this a little bit higher. At this stage, if these both hit, like if there is a double, if traction continues, then we've basically made back our money. And everything else, we can either let it fly, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, or we can go a little bit crazy. Maybe we go and set some more orders like this. Personally, I would hold a small moon bag, and then I'm going to go with like 50 cents. I don't think it's necessarily going to get there, but I have no clue. Also, for context, this is the only mother that I'm actually buying. We have more news here from Berwick Law. So this is a call to action regarding Community 3. This was an NFT project that had a crazy floor price, was supposed to give you a whole lot of money, and it didn't. So if you have any relevant info on this, they're trying to basically get this into the court system, or even if there's any related projects, they're happy to discuss it with you. Some people will like this, some people won't, but ultimately you need to protect people against people that are extracting an insane amount of value from people. And just for context, this person bought this for $260,000. This was a little while ago, and then has not received a single payment. And the reason why these NFTs used to sell for so much money is because they were promising $5,000 to $10,000 in monthly returns from them. But they broke this promise and people were left bag holding after dropping 6 figures on them. Now quickly, for all the UpRock news, go and watch the other video that I've released. This goes over the token generation event and how to actually use Meteora's new snipe bot. They'll be linked above. Now the actionables. Sanctum Wonderland Quest 5, that's the answer, go put that in. Check your UPT allocation. Even if you didn't vote for them, you'll get something small like 10. Maybe consider a small DCA into BONK on Jupiter, not financial advice. DCA Sol on Jupe and stake it with Validate.com. Mint your Superfecta. This is with Photofinish. You can also try and enter that free race as well if you're keen. And this is 100% not financial advice, but you can look into the mother meme coin. Maybe it appeals to you. Maybe the price goes up. Who knows? That's all for today. Catch you in the next video.